I'm learning how to stand in the pulpit. Senior pastor probably didn't even know my name. Stood out and told me, boy, you ain't going to be no good preacher because you ain't stable. I had just been voted moderator. He said, no, I'm not going to be involved with your association simply because you move around too much. And I don't look for you to stay at that church where you at too long. Them folk better watch their money. Because you probably end up walking off with it. This fellow was looking me in my eye. And I stood there. And as grown as I was, because he was a senior pastor, tears started foaming. They did. Because this man was talking down to me. And he didn't even know me. And right when I got ready to say what I wanted to say, God says, hold your peace. What I got for you, he can't stop it. Shake his hand. I had to stand there. Shake that preacher's hand. Tell him how much I appreciate what he said. And I walked on off with my head down. And I walked off with tears in my eyes. Because I was truly hurt. But where I am now, and when I look back where I was, and I see where he is now, God knows I thank him. Because by faith, I leaned on the promise of God. Can I talk to you now? I'm done. Yeah, I'm finished. Doesn't matter where you are or where God tells you to go. If he says he'll be with you, know one thing. He will be with you. In fact, Abraham's life wasn't easy. Abraham was put in a lot of uncomfortable situations. Abraham did some things he shouldn't have done. But the Bible says Abraham just believed God. In fact, when you read Abraham's life, you will surely find out that there were times of victory. But there was also times of failure. There were times of joy. But there was also times of sorrow. Times of righteousness. But there was time of rebellion. There was times, of testing. But there was time of truth. Yet during all the times of his life, Abraham trusted in the Lord. And God did exactly what he said he would do. I'm finished here for the day. Hope I didn't bore you too much. But let me just stand here and tell you long enough. You will have some ups and downs in this life. Faith does not always keep you on the mountaintop. You will have some valley experiences. You will never always have sunshiny days. Because in this life, you will experience rainy days. You will have, glory some days, and some days no glory will be about you. I wish I had a witness in here. Some days you will have joy in your heart. But there'll be some days no joy. I wish I had a witness in here. Some days you're really up. But there'll be some days sure will be down. There'll be some days you will be happy. But some days surely you will be hurting. But I look at Abraham, and Abraham says, all I did was whatever situation I was in, I kept on trusting in God. I'm finished here, St. James. I'm trying to get through here. And I don't know about you, but I've learned how to trust in the Lord. He's never, is there a witness in here? He's never let me down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm happy here now. I've had some good days. Is there a witness in here? I've had some weary days. I've had some lonely nights. I've had my heart broken. I've had some dark days experience. I've been around without a dime in my pocket. Yeah, but I've been times I had a whole lot of money. I've had friends everywhere I turned. But there have been times I couldn't find a friend nowhere. Is there a witness in here? And there have been times when I was on top of the ground. But there's certainly been times when I felt like the ground was on top of me. But through it all, I've learned how to trust in God. He'd been there for me. Let me ask you in here now, is there anybody in here? Have God been really good to you? Is there anybody in here? When you trusted him by faith, did he work it out for you? Is there anybody in here? Do you know that God keeps bringing you out? Is there anybody in here? Have you really trusted in the Lord? And when you did he do it for you? If you are a witness in here and you know just how good God has been to you, you ought to just open your mouth and say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, yeah. Sitting out there as if he hadn't done nothing for you. But let me just tell you one thing. He's already done for you. When the time came this morning, it wasn't you who woke you up. It was the Lord. And if the Lord done that for me, I ought to stand up for him just to tell him thank you. My fate is in your hand. I believe in God. Is there anybody here? Do you really love the Lord? Ain't he able? Ain't he able? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right?